Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and in this video I'm going to go through the Hirshhorn Museum and Sculpture Gardens. Now, I've already had a look through the museum. It's mostly paintings and photographs, which I didn't really want to video, although granted they have some of the most unusual artwork that I have seen in an art gallery or an art museum, but the Sculpture Gardens I think is really worth a look. So come along with me and I'm going to show you what is in the Hirshhorn Sculpture Gardens. This big round building is the Hirshhorn Museum, and it is right on the National Mall here. Over to the left you can see the Washington Monument, and over to the right the Capitol building. And here they've got all sorts of food trucks, various vendors of, I guess, souvenirs of your visit to Washington, D.C. So let's go down into the Sculpture Garden, starting with this character right there. He's got two big bulky feet, and I have no idea what this is in the middle there. And he's not two-faced, he's actually four-faced, because on this side is the second personality, you might call it. And from the back you can see he's got kind of a flat spotty butt and eyes in the back of his head, look kind of alien. And finally on this side is some sort of a face there, I guess. Most of the sculptures here are just pieces of black something. And we got a collection of 5 balls here that have been chopped out in the middle some way. This one looks like it just exploded. This one on its side, they chopped it out in the middle. Same thing with this one. And here's another one that looks like it got exploded. And this, I guess, is what Balzac looked like. If you don't know who he is, you can look him up in the Wikipedia. And these 5 guys here, that's the Burghers of Calais, whatever that means. And here is a very muscular guy. Looks like he could beat up anybody. But he's got a very interesting groin area there. Lost a leg and has only half of the other. Have no idea what's going on here. And these 2 odd characters with the hole in their head, I hope they're in love with each other because they look like a good pair. Here you can see inside Eros. Looks like somebody sliced them up. See those rabbit ears? I think this is probably the skinniest rabbit you've ever seen. And this woman, I bet she was famous for her innies. There's a couple innies. There's a couple more innies. And one there. I bet somebody would take this as a challenge. What is that? Oh, I see. They're double candles. I think the Lehrmans need to hire themselves a pool boy. This looks like it really needs some work done. especially filling it up. And look at this over here. Guess what this is? It calls itself a two-way mirror, but it looks to me like it's actually two-way glass. It even has a door, you can go inside, but it looks like just plain glass. Now what this is, I think I'm just going to say it's your guess as good as mine. I swear artists come up with the strangest names for things. Here's another good example of that. This is just a big clump of nothing. But they gotta give it a fancy name. Here's a coat that came back from the cleaners with a lot of starch in it. This guy looks like he's worth a lot of silver. Look what he's got in his backpack. Bunch of silver balls. I bet you can't guess what kind of mouse this is. Well, it is a geometric mouse. Well, it's an interesting sculpture garden, and I've seen a lot better, in my opinion. What do you think? Good day, folks.